Hi guys! Sorry if you can't make out what I'm saying, y'all. I have a bit of cold. It's Keeping It Real with Licha Su. So today's episode of Keeping It Real, we're gonna talk about relationships. A lot of us go through a lot of things in relationships, so it's gonna be different series or different talks on relationship. So this is just relationship part one. This is talking about what relationship is all about, like what relationship means. So yeah. So first of all, what is relationship? Relationship is the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected. They say that being connected could be by blood or also by marriage. So like now if I get married to Mr. B, so Mr. B could be my marriage partner. I could be a relationship between me and him. If I should have a child, Miss C, so Miss C is my blood relation because she came from me, or my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, they're all my blood relations, or my nephew, my cousins, we're all blood related. Also, look at the Urban Dictionary. We're gonna go to the Urban Dictionary. I saw what the Urban Dictionary talks about relationship. First of all, it says that relationship is a legal form of prostitution. Yes, prostitution, where a female collects money, cars, and other valuable things in exchange for sex. So, example, I gave Stephanie a really expensive diamond for the anniversary of our 1 year relationship last night. Yeah, but did you get laid? Bruv, I did get laid, Yeah, it says that a relationship is a form of prostitution whereby we females will exchange sex for affection, for money, for jewelries, for bags, for shopping, for houses, for cars. So it's just prostitution, but more defined. Also, it says that relationship is 70% reason for suicide in America. I don't really know how real this is, but it says a lot of people ended their life because of a faulty relationship. So a lot of people die due to heartbreaks and stuff. So it says that it's 70% reason why suicide or in America. Also here it says that relationship is a trap. So a lot of us get trapped by relationship. We get to a thing that we cannot continue or we cannot sustain and maintain. So we just stay there due to like some reasons. Like let's say we get married to someone that we don't love. We just be in a relationship because tradition says that we should try and make it work, or because of the kids for their future. Also, it says that the ability to put up with someone else's bullshit, usually from the opposite sex, for a longer period of time. That's right. Because like for you to be in a relationship, you have to be to suppress your own standard to add someone else's into your own life. So it's like you taking out, let's say the girl is just dabbing and talking and talking. You just take all those bullshit because it's called love, isn't it? That's what we do for love, right? Also, it says that it's any type of connection that brings two individuals together for a period of time. Something other than a friend will benefit more than a mutual understanding. So friend benefit could be like you're not actually dating exclusive, but you're just friends that benefit from each other. Let's say it could be intimate or not intimate. It could be like more of a schoolwork, it helps with your work or other things. Which understands like whereby the two of you trust each other and get understanding because you guys are coming from the same common ground kind of thing. So it says that it's a bond between two people. One person works to create / maintain love and fulfillment, while the other person waits for something better to come along. So it could be like the guy, if he's fed up, he's just waiting for something better, for a hot girl to just come along and it just moves on. Or the girl, let's say the guy is not satisfying her sexually, then she moves on to a different guy who is more endowed. Also, it talks about it talks about the old school definition of relationship, which is an idealistic old school definition of a romantic relationship is when two youthful adults, often of the opposite sex, based on their judgment of compatibility and attraction, agree to move up from dating / courting status into a stage of hope that they can help fulfill each other through adventures to grow together and individually. So it's by talking about youthful adults, probably youthful adults could be like from 21 to 35. They know what they want and they know what they need in a relationship. So seeing someone that has that mutual understanding with them, it could make it quite easy for them to grow together because they understand each other. Live two different kind of adventures. It could be romantic, it could be hard, it could be strong, it could be faith, it could be Christian like, you know, and also individually as well. That means you don't have to get into each other's business. So also it is an emotionally hard loss when it often fails without friction, but something indispensable to go after in life pursuit of happiness, just as finding one's life work. So it's always really hard when we get our heart broken whilst being in a relationship, because it's kind of hard for us to pick up from where we dropped, kind of thing. So I just feel if you want to go into a relationship, you just take your time, learn to understand yourself and what you want, your reasons as to why going into the relationship in the first place, and also the potential partner or your potential mate. You should try to understand the kind of person they are. You learn to know their do's and don'ts before you jump into something that it's not worthwhile, you know, because like relationship is an investment. You need to know what you're investing your time and your heart and your love on, you know, because you could just, if it goes wrong it goes bad, if it goes good it goes great. It says that relationship is a thing that guys can fake as well as girls can fake orgasms. So guys can fake that they're all in love with you, they're the only one in their hearts, just like where girls fake like they've come when they're in a sexual relationship with sexual involvement with someone else or with their partner or whatever. It also says that relationship is a bunch of obligations that two people have for each other that makes both of them feel worse about themselves. It's like when you're in a relationship you feel like you're obliged to do stuff, like coming from a African point of view, like a Nigerian person, they feel like if you're their girlfriend or their wife or their fiance or something like that, you have to sweep the house, clean the bed, dress the bed up, sweep the room, wash their clothes, give them food. That is, the boys will expect the girls to do those things. They want you to use your money to buy food, then you cook food, you make sure that there's food, you feed him, and he does not appreciate you. He wants to just sit there in the house to just look horrible, but he just goes outside and just do whatever. You know, that was our olden century. You know, you don't need to put yourself through all those emotional blunders, man. You don't need that. If you don't understand the guy, if the guy does not see things from your own point of view, my sister, please leave them, because the heart is something that we don't need to play with, because it's very, very fragile, you know. Before we go into a relationship, we need to know what we're putting ourselves into. That's why we need to ask ourselves, what is the reason for us going into a relationship? Why? Do we need to put ourselves through some obligations? Are we going there because we love them, or just because we're just being forced to? Do we actually need a man in our life or a woman in our life? Do we actually need a relationship? Do we need that person to just come and take up our private space? You need to ask yourself all these things before you decide in going into a relationship, you know, because it's just like, it just goes down. It's just all in vain if it doesn't work out well. So like, what I'll just say is that before you go into a relationship, man, you need to ask yourself, like, why do I need this? Do I need to go in a relationship? What are my benefits? What do I gain from it? What experience do I get out of this? Does this person help me to grow? Do we share the same ambition? Is this person ambitious? Does it help me? As in, do I get anything from them? Do I learn anything from them? Do they help me grow spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally? What is it I'm gaining when I allow this person to come into my life? It's not about just the physical gains, it's about also what you gain spiritually as well, and also mentally. You can let someone come into your life and they can just ruin you, or they can make you. So before you go into a relationship, you need to ask yourself, what is relationship and why do I need to go into it? So yeah, It's keeping it real with Licha Su. Our next episode will be on reasons why we go into relationship. So if you want to know any questions or you have any inquiries on what you want to know about relationship, don't hesitate to leave a comment below, send me a message on my Facebook or on my email. Be delighted to get back to you. It's been keeping it real, Licha Su. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, y'all. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Cakes and Pat. You know, I love you all and I want the best for you. Thank you and God bless you all. Bye!